today. He was pretty strong. We've seen ground balls found their way.
Yeah, a couple ground balls that kind of found their way through the home run. But overall, I thought his stuff was good. He'd get guys on base and give us an opportunity. Thought the defense did a nice job making plays behind him. But overall, I thought his stuff was pretty good.
When a pitcher has trouble with the bottom of the lineup, is there anything to that, or is it
No,
just maybe the hitters that are there?
Yeah, I think you're looking at Gomez, who has seen him quite a few times. I think that's part of it, and then Gonzalez. But yeah, there's not real good explanation except for the fact that everybody's going to hit that spot where they're seeing the ball well, no matter who it's against.
When you have Moss and Adams hitting like they are right now, what are the challenges in trying to keep them both in the lineup? And we saw you move Scotty over, but try to keep them both involved.
Yeah, both of them are really. We keep calling them dangerous hitters, and I think tonight's one of those situations that proves that way. Brandon can go the other way, and Adams gets us going on offensively for the night. Overall, I like what they were. Like what they were both able to do and the way they've been swinging it. It's going to be a challenge to try and keep them both in there. And if Steven can continue to play center field, that gives us good options out there. But we know that's not where he's most comfortable. So we'll keep trying to find ways to find them both playing time and get at bats.
Mike, it looked like Fister just got into a rhythm and just throwing a lot of strikes and just really come at you, your hitters.
I think he's one of those guys. It's just a little different. We talk about that a lot. You see so many hard throwers these days and guys that have the plus stuff and movement. It's almost like that's what you're used to seeing. And you see a guy that's elevating sinkers. I mean, that's typically not a good plan. But he got a lot of early outs against us, elevating the ball that just had side-to-side movement. He does a nice job of throwing pitches that start outside the strike zone and find their way in at the last minute. And it's just a little unorthodox compared to the majority of the league, and that's part of pitching, keeping hitters off timing, and he does a nice job. He's got a nice feel of pitching. He knows when to push one side of the plate or the other, and that's why he's having the kind of year he's having.
Were you surprised to see him hitting, Fister hitting in the seventh?
Yeah, good move.
Because it worked.
Because it worked.
Yeah.
When it comes to moving Piscotty to center, how do you weigh maybe the run prevention versus the run production? I mean, he's a little less comfortable defensively, but you get Moss in the lineup.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more matchup driven. It's going to be more on how Randall's playing at the time too. When Randall's going well, we're going to want him in the lineup too if it's a good matchup. I mean, you guys could see the lopsided splits here with lefties and righties. We tried to get almost every one of them in there. Could have even rationalized putting Jeremy Hazelbaker in the lineup, but Steven's swinging a good bat right now. I had a couple off days in Pittsburgh that seemed to help, and I think he's in a good spot. Hit a couple balls hard, not a lot to show for it. But when you have that kind of lopsided splits, we're going to try and figure out how to get as many guys on that good side of the plate as we can.
Mike, before the game, you described how Jaime can have some mysteries to him. Is he going to be rolling? Is he going to do? What do you look for from him? What's an early tell for you? Is it body language? Is it results? What's an early tell for you if he's got it?
I think more than anything else, it's how the hitters are reacting. It's the kind of ground balls, not just ground balls, but the kind of ground balls. Typically, if he has his right slot working and the ball's moving like it normally should, you're seeing miss-hit ground balls, not just ground balls. And I thought he was in a good place. I thought he threw well today. I mean, he was very efficient. And once again, a couple ground balls. They did some good situational hitting too. I mean, they got the job done, got runners over, got them in. That's all part of the game. In close games like this, it's going to be how you win.
Would you like him to be reassured then by this start after
Hope so.
What happened in Cincy?
Yeah, I hope so. He's seen himself be dominant. So at this point in his career, he shouldn't need. Everybody needs encouragement. I don't care who you are, but he shouldn't doubt the kind of pitcher that he can be. And it's just a matter of how long we can put him in a good spot and ride it. And when he's right, I've told you this before, he could be as good as anybody in the game. So we've got to get him in a good place and keep him there.
Did you think that was a tough error on Matt? I mean, that ball was hit real hard off a right-hander's bat.
Yeah, tough error. Yeah, thought that. But I know Matt wants to make that play. And, there's a good chance we get out of that inning without any damage, and we're in a one-run game. Try to keep us as close as we can at that point. And I thought Sungwon come in, did a nice job. Who knew their pitcher was going to come up and put together the kind of at-bat that nobody else in the league's really been able to do against O all season.
Was that first pitch just The only pitch he threw to Fister, was that a get ahead fastball, or was it?
He doesn't put it up there on the tee for anybody. He's nasty, and guy just put a good pass on the ball. He wasn't taking anybody for granted. Just sometimes you got to tip your cap.
Thanks, Bob.
All right.